I know I've talked about this before in a way, but it bears repeating, and I want to be a little bit more direct here in this video, and I'm not going to be as wordy as I often am. I want to talk about how since the Epstein files dropped, there's been this there's been this steady stream of black-pilled comments that you see on social media, where people who come on, maybe they're real people, maybe they're just bots. Who knows? You never know. But they don't come on with their real names. I know that. Which I'm not blaming people for maintaining anonymity in our day and age, but I think when you come out and say something like this, you're being a coward if you're just going out there anonymously. And here's what I'm talking about. You see post after post about, and this has been, you've seen this since the Epstein files dropped, and you've seen it hasn't really let up that much, and it's something like this. All these our elites are all depraved monsters, and nobody cares, and nobody's doing anything, and nobody's going to do anything. And okay, first of all, two questions that I have for anybody who posts those things. I'm not even going to demand that you reveal your actual identity, because I get it. I get being anonymous on social media. I get why you want to do that. But in this case, it kind of sticks in my craw, because what you're essentially doing is indirectly Fed posting. This is Fed posting by proxy is what I would call it. I want you to answer two questions. Anybody who posts these kinds of things, nobody's doing anything about it. All of our rulers are depraved. We're not going to vote our way out of this. Nobody's doing anything about it. Okay, first question. What would you have us do? What do you think people should do? Be specific. Be specific. What are you recommending that people do? Our rulers are depraved, and we can't vote our way out of this. Okay, so what are you saying we should do? Be specific. All right, that's the first thing. The second question is, what are you doing? What have you done? You're complaining about this on social media under a pseudonym. What are you doing? What have you done? Are you walking the walk that you're implying others should be walking but aren't? Or are you just simultaneously Fed posting and posting black pill, demoralization content? Because that's what it seems to me to be. Okay? I don't see how it can be read any other way. Like, somebody does something about it, and in the way that you are implying people should do something about it, and you know what happens then, right? You know what happens to the people who try to do something about it in the way that you are implying they ought to do something about it. Implying but not saying, because you're either a cunning enemy, not that cunning because I see through it, or you're just being cowardly. But I mean, if you're gonna talk that way, then say what you think people should do. What should people do? And what are you doing? What have you done? And if the answer to those questions, if you refuse to answer the first question any more directly, and the second question, and the answer to the second question is nothing, then shut the hell up. You're not helping. You're not helping anything. Like a lot of us out here know how bad it is, and we're figuring out ways to respond, but we're figuring out ways to dissent, ways to show our dissent from this depraved, awful system ruled over by these awful people. But to go on social media to have this huge platform, and I've seen a lot of these posts get a lot of a lot of responses. There's a lot of likes, a lot of comments. They reach a lot of people. A lot of these people do. I mean, what is your end game? If you're trying to get people to do things that are against the law, then that's Fedposting. That's Fedposting by proxy. Okay? And if you haven't done anything about it, and you're trying to get other people to do something about it, then again, that's definitely Fedposting by proxy. Because you ain't doing nothing, but you're wanting to provoke other people out there to do something about it, and we know what the upshot of that will be if somebody tries to do something about it. We all know that. There's such a thing called prudence. Prudence is I've heard it called the queen of the virtues, right? There is justice, but there is also prudence. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I don't want this to be too wordy. I'm going to end it there.